Ladies and gentlemen, this is a story that came out in Ohio, Cincinnati.com, January 17th, 2018. The flu was raging in Ohio with a third child dead. Precautions you can take to stay well. And if you remember, California, I did a story on that in hospitals in California are setting up tents in the parking lot because they are being overwhelmed with many patients coming there with the flu. So it is a major problem in the country this year. And you can see how that happens. Now, here in New Jersey, it was 33 degrees during the day. When the weekend come, we're going up in the 60s. The weather is just bouncing all over the place. Even after we got out of our last cold snap, we had some days that went up in the 50s and then dropped back down to the teens. So it's very inconsistent. The weather has been very inconsistent, and you can see how these things are happening. So we know the flu is raging across the nation. Ohio Department of Health reported a third pediatric death this flu season in Summit County. Last week, 20 children died of the flu across the country. 4 were from Ohio, okay, and Kentucky. The hospitals are all running ahead of last year's number. According to the Center for Disease Control, the flu is widespread across the country, and the number of cases is sharply higher too this season. And the flu season always runs from October to April every single year. That's considered the flu season. So they're also asking people to limit their visits to the hospital, especially visiting somebody who has the flu and may be hospitalized. You may not want to just run up there to see them. This flu, from what I'm reading, is pretty harsh. That's why we're seeing deaths, especially in younger people this year. And the symptoms, your classic symptoms: runny nose, cough, fever, sneezing, and other related yuckiness. I don't know why they use yuckiness, but they did. And the 14 or younger set must stay home through the flu season. So they don't want you sending your kids out to activities or school if they're showing any signs of the flu, because it's too easy to spread. Now, I know when I used to work in corporate America, it spreads so fast because everybody is touching the surfaces of the desk. You're grabbing the knobs, to the bathroom. If there's a refrigerator, everybody's touching the refrigerator door, because so many people are accessing the bathrooms and using so many of the same items and facilities. It spreads fast, you know. So those surfaces in office must be wiped down and sanitized, every single day. And they really should be sanitized more than once a day, especially this time of the year. And they just go over the classic things like using the bleach wipes to wipe everything down. If you have like a spray bottle with solution, half water, half alcohol, you can, spray down your phone, especially if you're sharing your cell phone with someone, and just use a soft cloth to wipe everything. The New York Post also published a list of 7 things not to touch during the flu season: airplane tray tables, for example, salt and pepper shakers, advising people not to touch those things, especially the ones out in public. All right, so you want to use a good antibacterial soap and warm water to wash your hands throughout the day. Also, keep your hands out of your face. Don't try not to touch your eyes, nose, and mouth. And I'm not going to get into the last part of this article because they're encouraging the flu shot, and I am definitely not for that. Okay, so I'm going to skip that part of the article. But again, if you can avoid A lot of public places and touching a lot of things, try to do so. It is really bad. It is really seriously bad. I was talking to one of my brother's friends, and he was talking about how many people are calling out with flu symptoms this year, higher than they saw last year. And one of the schools not far from me, elementary school, they had 93 children out with the flu. 93 children out in this school. I mean, it is really bad, y'all. Try to keep yourself safe. And like I said before, if you are doing like certain vitamins, you might want to step it up a little slightly higher, especially with the vitamin C this flu season. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and also join me over on Black Junction TV and blackspot.com. Peace, family.